Hello, this is Pastor Brian with The Bridge Church here in Rancho Cordova. We are in Matthew chapter 24 for our daily devotion today. And again, this is a difficult chapter to interpret. We're just going to do our best with it. I've explained to you in my last video that I think that the first half of Matthew 24 is dealing with the signs indicating the destruction of Jerusalem. Jesus gave those signs, and then in 70 AD, it actually took place. He said that, "Truly I say to you, this generation will not pass away until all these things are fulfilled." Well, the last half of Matthew 24, to be more specific, Matthew 24 verses 35 to 51, is very different than Matthew 24 verses 1 to 34. In 1 to 34, we have a multitude of signs given. In 35 to 51, there are no signs at all. In fact, the emphasis on the last part of this chapter is that we need to be ready at all times and on the alert because we don't know when our Lord is going to come. Let me just read a few verses to help you see that in this section of the chapter. So Matthew 24, verse 35 and 36. "Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. But of that day," well, what day? The day you just talked about, the day when heaven and earth pass away. That's the day when Jesus returns. "But of that day, not even the angels of heaven nor the Son know, but the Father alone." And then Matthew 24, 37 to 41. Jesus said, "For the coming of the Son of Man will be just like the days of Noah. For as in those days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah came and entered the ark. And they did not understand, until the flood came and took them all away. So will the coming of the Son of Man be. Then there will be two men in the field, one will be taken, one will be left. Two women will be grinding at the mill, one will be taken and one will be left." So when Jesus returns, it's going to be business as usual. Just like in the days of Noah, they were eating, they were drinking, they were getting married, they were giving in marriage. Nobody dreamed that that could be their final day upon this earth before they're taken away and cast into hell. And we also find that there's two men in the field. One is taken, the other's left. In context, taken is not being taken to heaven in a rapture. In context, taken is being taken away to judgment. So that's what we have here. You have to be ready, because when the Son of Man comes, it's going to be like the days of Noah. Nobody in Noah's day dreamed that that was their last day before the flood hit and they were taken away to judgment. And then Matthew 24, 42. "Therefore be on the alert, for you do not know which day your Lord is coming." Verse 43 and 44. "But be sure of this, that if the head of the house had known at what time of the night the thief was coming, he would have been on the alert and would not have allowed his house to be broken into. For this reason you also must be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour when you do not think he will." And then verse 50. "The master of that slave will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour which he does not know." So no signs are given for the second coming of Christ in verses 35 to 51. There's zero. Instead, the emphasis is that we must be on the alert because we don't know when Christ is coming. So what about you? Are you living on the alert? Are you living every day as though it may be your last? Because one day it will be your last day. We just don't know which day that's going to be. So let's live every single day full on for Jesus Christ.